Welcome to Scratch Start. In this session, we are going to continue with the to-do task we are already doing. In the previous two sessions, I have already written the rendering tasks and saving the tasks and getting the input and how to get the input from the local storage and everything. Now we have to do the operations. That's all. Now, first operation is add the task. To add the task, selecting the add button and giving add event listener, and the event is click and it executes a function. Inside that function, we have to create the space, remove the spaces from the string. As I have already told in the previous session, the input will be taken as a string, so that string text input should be taken as an input. So and it also should not have the empty spaces behind and before the word. So we have to use trim operation to remove that spaces, and also we have to take the input. So I am using if logic. If input value and trim. After trimming the input, if it is an empty string, use the return keyword and stop the function. And now we'll take the task and push it as the input value. As text, we'll take the inputs value, and if it is completed, we will set it as false. It is not completed. As I have said in previous rendering, we have already declared that initially everything is incompleted. Not completed task. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. False. Now taking the input value as an empty string and use the save task function and the render task function. So that's all for the adding the task. Now I am writing the filtering method. For the filter, I am selecting the filter buttons and using for each method and creating a function called function function is btn. Inside that function, I am creating the operation, selecting the button function and giving it an add event listener. The event is click. It executes the execute of function, and inside that function we are going to set the current filter value as button dot dataset dot filter. That means when we enter the data, you can see here the data filter is there. From in the data center there are filter, there are 3 states. All the data task data will be shown, the completed ones and the pending ones. Also with the current filter method we have already written above, it will decide whether it is from in the all initially. When we drag and move, it will move to the completed or pending sections. So that is what happens here. According to the we move, the index changes, and according to the index it will go to the appropriate sections. After that I am using the render task section to display it. And next I am just using the basic theme toggle. I have used in the CSS here. For the theme toggle, I am selecting the theme toggle, giving it add event listener, and the event is click. Inside I am writing a function. That function, select the whole document, inside the body give it a class list and toggle it to dark, and we will store this data in local storage. Local storage, set item, set the item to theme, and give document body and class list, and make it as it contains the dark class. If what this actually means is it will contain the input, it will contain the dark class in the local storage. That means when we click the add the tasks, and when we click reload, it won't just refresh everything, it will just refresh the tasks and other things. If in an actual setup, working setup, you can see the app doesn't reset each time. Even in mobile phones you can see, if you set a dark mode to your phone in an app, it when you close the app, it doesn't change it to light mode. When we open the app next time, it will stay dark after a lot of times. Only when we switch back to the light mode, it's the dark mode and light mode switches only when you switch it back. So that is what happens here too. It happens in mobile phone because your settings will be stored in your local storage as a cache storage. The same thing happens here too. That's all. And when to load that theme, each time when we open, it opens only when we have the this theme saved in the local storage. So I am getting that theme from the local storage. If the local storage has that theme, that means if that is true, then change the document body class list and add the class dark, and then we have to make the initial render. That means to give the default things. When we reload, all the tasks will get deleted and only the theme will remain the same. So we need to start everything from the start, start everything from the initial value. So I am using the render tasks and render the everything. So that is all for the to-do list. This is how we write the logic for the to-do list. I have used only the things I thought about when creating. What are the things I need? That's all I thought. I haven't thought much more other things too. There are other things I have seen on the internet to add, but I haven't added any of those because I did this task only with what I know and what I am proficient with, and what are the things I know in JavaScript and concepts. So I'm not going to show how it works in the browsers because I did this task only to understand and write using JavaScript. It is not to understand the concepts. It is to test myself how I can identify, explain, and rationalize my code. That's all. How I can justify my code. So that is what I try to do, and I think I did my explaining section, explaining my part well. And I am saying this because I checked my code with verified this code. I have already done this before recording. That's how I already do every video. I already practiced before making videos, and I have checked the code, and AI tools said I am doing it right, and I think I am doing it right. And yeah, if you have any doubts or I am doing anything wrong, please tell me in the comments, and I will see, and I will try to learn things. And that is it for today. In the next sessions, we will see some more basic things, and we will move straight to the API things and the async functions and other topics. And yeah, and that is it for today. And like and subscribe if you consider supporting me. And that is all. And I have already also hosted my first portfolio site, and please do check it out and give your reviews on how is my site, or how can I improve and everything. And yeah, and that is it for today, and I will meet you guys in the next session. Thank you.